Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here, and after a really long day of work, the only thing I really wanted to do tonight was just come home and play guitar. Last night I worked about an 11-hour shift at work, and I got out and was exhausted. I didn't get to play guitar. I didn't even have I was so tired. I stayed in bed as soon as I got home, pretty much for the whole day, just for the rest of the night because I was so tired. It wasn't even that late. I got out, I think it was 7, and I got home by like 7:30, but I was just so tired. I just couldn't do anything. So today I came home and I played guitar. And after playing guitar for like an hour, you know, jamming out on my new Beast, I've really been thinking about like how relaxing it actually is. And I thought I would do a video on why we play guitar, why guitarists or musicians do what they do. And I thought I'd do a little small fun story for you guys on why I started to play guitar and how that reason quickly changed. Back in middle school, when I was 13, I told my dad I wanted to learn guitar. I wanted a guitar and I wanted to start playing guitar. And my dad's like, you just got a saxophone not too long ago. Why do you want to learn guitar? And I said, because I want to learn guitar. My ulterior motive was I wanted to learn guitar because I wanted a girlfriend. And I thought, hey, if I play guitar and I get good at it and I look good doing it, I'll get a girlfriend. And this is middle school me. I was 13 years old. I was in 7th grade going into 8th grade at the time. And what he did is he took me in to my garage attic. We have like a small little club room up there, and he played me a ton of records because my grandfather's records collection's up there, and he's got everything from country to rock up there. And he pulls out Elton John, Michael Jackson, Jimi Hendrix, and Queen, and I think a Van Halen record too. And he plays all of them, and he says, "These are musicians. Right now, you're not a musician. You're a guy who's learning saxophone. If you want to play guitar and you want to sound like these guys, even though Elton John isn't really a guitar player, he's a pianist, and I was actually and still am a pianist. But if you want to sound like Jimi Hendrix, or I don't know the guitar player's name from Queen, or if you want to sound, good like Eddie Van Halen, you're gonna have to work on it. It's really hard. The reason why he said and did this, I never found out till later. And I'm like, I can do it. I can do it. And I got my grandpa has a old Gibson guitar, and it's just one of those semi hollow body jazz ones. It's not like a 3-3 BB King 5 style, but it's fully closed, so it's like an acoustic with a pickup in it. And it's really nice. And he's like, this is what you're going to learn on. At the time, my father was still in the service, and he went overseas, and he said, this is what you're going to learn on for guitar. And when I get back, we'll teach you, or we'll get you your own guitar. Save up as much money as you can, and you can help pay for it, and an amp and stuff. And I said, okay. Because at the time, I just wanted one of those Walmart Myers special guitars that you can get for like $100 and some, and I ended up getting something completely different. Anyway, and he didn't get back. He left in early summer, and he didn't get back till after Christmas. I was still on break, and he got back, and it was after Christmas. And I had practiced all summer and all fall, and I was so excited. I didn't know how to play many chords. I only knew how to play on the first few strings because the book I was teaching myself through, I wasn't taking lessons, I was teaching myself, had only like stuff like that. And it like taught me how to like read the music for guitar, which I completely forgot. And he gets back Oh wait, a little bit before that. That was my original reason. I want a girlfriend. So I was like, if I learn how to play guitar, I'll find a girlfriend really fast. Well, after playing guitar for a little while, I really started to realize this is not going to be easy. But whatever, I'm a dedicated kind of guy. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And everything changed that Christmas because my stepmom gave me an album on CD, and it was an album that changed my life forever. See, at the time, I didn't listen to much actual music. I was raised to listen to like 50s pop music and like 50s and 60s pop music like Beach Boys, which isn't bad. But stuff like that, you grow up on stuff like that, and you don't hear much actual classic rock until I get to hear some until that day, and all these like churchy bands. And so I didn't actually get to hear real rock stuff. And this was my first introduction to music. This was music for me. She had got me a Nirvana album, and it was the 2008 Best of Nirvana, and it didn't say anything on the cover except for the word Nirvana. And I opened it up on Christmas Day, and I said, "What's this? Who's Nirvana?" And I'm like, "Are they a church or a music band?" Because that's all I really, or not music band, Christian rock band. And my uncle at the time, my uncle looked at me. He's like, "No," and my stepmom's like, "Just listen to them. You might like them." And I that night I go up into my room, which is this room, and this is when I still actually had a CD player, and I plugged in my headphones and I popped in and I listened to it. And I'm like, this is really good. And as soon as I heard, because on there was Heart Shaped Box, Ben a Son, yeah, I wish I still had the CD. I can't find it. I lost it forever ago. Ben a Son, The Man Who Sold the World, Come As You Are, a bunch of like their famous songs. And as soon as I heard Heart Shaped Box, and I just heard how Kurt's voice and his interesting style of guitar, I was like, I want to be like him. I want to be as good as him. I want to sound like him, and I want my music to be like that. Because from that moment on, what I heard, excuse me, inspired me to want to be better, to want to get really good at guitar, and to want to learn how to be a great musician and a great guitar player, to inspire someone as much as that first album, which wasn't even like it's this album, it was a collector's edition, but that first or that one song when it hit me, that's why I wanted to like play guitar. That's my complete reasoning changed. That's why I became more dedicated to it. And then my dad came back a little bit before the weekend before my Christmas break was over, and that Monday he's like, I'm taking you out of school for the day, we'll go and get you a guitar. And we went all over Lansing. We didn't go to Guitar Center because they didn't have one in Lansing at the time. We went to Elderly, and I pick up a Les Paul, and he's like, no, put that thing down. It was like some sort of cheap off-brand. He hands me a Paul Reed Smith, and he's like, here, play it. And I do the... I just play the first thing, and then he's like, here, play this chord. And I play like that chord, and he's like, here, play B chord, which is this. But I didn't know how to play like chords. Like the only one I knew was G, and I think half a D. And he's like, you don't know how to play chords? And I'm like, no, I don't know how to play chords. That's just, I went by the book. He said, put the guitar down. And we walked right out of Elderly's, and he sat me in his truck, and he said, you've been practicing guitar every day for months, and you know how to play these chords. And he got really upset at me. And he's like, how do you not know how to do this? And I was like, I just don't. And he's like, whatever, we're gonna go to lunch. We went to lunch at McDonald's right next to Marshall's Music. And I sat down and ate my hamburger. And he's like, I'm sorry I yelled at you. I just thought you would have learned. And I'm like, it's okay. And we went into Marshall's because it was right next door. And this time I walk up and I picked up, I'm left-handed. He handed me a left-handed Strat and he said, play this. And I couldn't hold it left-handed. It was just weird to me. He's like, okay, well then, whatever. And I walked over and there was Epiphone Les Paul Standard and I picked it up and I wrote a song back then when I only knew how to play on like the first two strings. I don't even remember, because I was trying to emulate, um, on just the one string, so I would go. And that's all I really knew how to play when I was a kid. And he's like, you can do that? And I'm like, what? I'm just playing something I wrote. And I was like, that's all I could do. And he's like, wow, I'm really sorry. And he's like, does that feel good? And I'm like, yeah, it feels great. And I was just playing anything I could think of on it. And he's like, okay. And he looked at the price. He didn't have enough money. And he's like, next year we'll come back and get it. And he took me to this other store, and he handed me this pink electric, and he's like, play it. He's like, I played like one string, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like this. He's like, do you like it? I'm like, it's okay, not really for me. He's like, good, because I'm buying it for you. And he bought it for me, and then like 2 months later, I got into a car wreck, and I hurt my hand, and I didn't want to play anymore. And then later that year, my grandparents from up north bought me an acoustic, and they introduced me to acoustic guitar, and taught me like chords and taught me everything. And I started playing and playing, and it got me to where I am today. But why do we play guitar? The reason why we play guitar, sorry I went until that small funny story, but I thought it had to be said, is because we play it because it's enjoyable. I play it to just have fun, but I do want to become famous one day. I want to own my own guitar shop if I can't, but I'd love to be on stage playing. My actual dream place to play is the Paramount Theater in Seattle, Washington. But I play guitar to relieve stress. I play guitar to feel good. I play guitar when I'm sad, angry, happy, and it makes it feel better. And as musicians, we do that because it's our way of relaxing. It's our way of letting stuff go. And we do it with music. That's what I've been doing all night, is relaxing. And I'm probably going to do it some more. But I thought I'd make this video. Sorry it's kind of a long one, guys. Hope you liked it. I'll see you guys later. Talk to you guys later. Love your faces. Peace.